Good morning, fifth graders. Today we are moving on to part 3 of our candy shop project. And today it's all about making money. So you have to work on figuring out the cost of each piece or bag of candy. Then you have to choose a price, and then you're going to have to find your profit. So we're going to do one together. So, okay, let's try one together. So we're going to use this one. Suckers cost $220 for 400 pieces. So that is the cost of your display, and you get 400 pieces. So remember, we're going to have to take our price, 220, divided by the number of pieces that we sell. So now we have to remember dad, mother, sister, brother, Rover. So we're going to divide these numbers. So how many times would 400 go into 220? Well, we know that it's not going to go into this first number, so we're going to have to add a decimal and annex a 0. So we'll do this, add our decimal up into our answer. Now we have to think, how many times would 400 go into 2200? Or if we cover up our zeros, how many times does 4 go into 22? So it would go in there 5 times. So 5 times 0 is 0, because we're on multiply now. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4 is 20. Brings us to our next step, subtract. So we get 0, 0, 2. And now we have a remainder, so we have to annex another 0 and bring it down. So now we have to divide again. We're back to the top. So if we cross out our zeros, how many times does 4 go into 20? So it would go in there 5 times. So now we're to multiply. 0, 0, 5 times 4 is 20. So now we subtract and we get 0. So we're done because we have no remainder. So each sucker would cost 55 cents. So remember, this is going to be suckers, but I'm just going to fill it in the chart just so we can see what numbers go where. So now we have to decide how much are we going to sell it for and how much profit we will make. But we have to be careful not to overcharge or people won't buy your candy. So these must be pretty big suckers if they're going to cost 55 cents a piece when we're buying them. So I would probably sell my suckers for $1. So now I have to figure out how much profit I'm going to make per sucker. So I'm going to take $1. Actually, I'm going to change my color. So I'm going to take $1 minus 55 cents to figure out how much money I will make per bag. So I have to regroup. So that becomes 0, that becomes 10. Regroup again, that becomes 9. This becomes 10. So 10 minus 5 is 5, and 9 minus 5 is 4. Don't forget our decimal. So each sucker, I'm going to make 45 cents off of each sucker that I sell. So this is our profit per sucker. So then if I sold all those suckers, I would take 400 times 45 to figure out how much I could make off of my whole display. But we don't have to do that today. So your main goal is you have to fill out this table. You have to find the cost per each bag. Then you have to decide on your price. Then you have to find the profit that you would make off of each piece or each bag, if it's a bag of candy. So remember, if you have any questions or if you need any help, reach out. And otherwise, have a great day. Oh, and remember, this is under assessments in your Google Classroom. So you need to go to the Candy Shop. You need to go to your Candy Shop assignment under assessments to open up your Candy Shop slideshow.